Hey guys, this is Steven back with another video. In this one, I want to cover essentially how you can know when it's not a good time to invest in marketing or website, SEO, etc. Right? When can you disqualify yourself from investing in something like that? So essentially what we do, just for some context, operate Flex Web Design. We are a business that helps service-based companies grow through web design, through SEO. And if they don't get a return on their investment, if we're not getting them higher paying customers and leads through the website, we'll give them a full refund. And so I simply say that to get the point across that the lessons that I'm going over in this video, the things that I've learned are things that we're implementing on a daily basis for our own customers and for ourselves. So let's get right into the video. Now, I made a blog on this a few months ago, and there's quite a lot of nuance in that blog, and it was pretty short, and so I wanted to make a full video on it, and there's some additional points that I kind of want to get across, right? And before I get into the video, it's always a good thing to invest, whether it's your time or your money, into your marketing and your website, okay? Because it's your brand, right? This is something that Alex Hormozy says, but it reinforces the things that people say about your business. And so even if you operate off of word of mouth and referrals, people are searching you up online and they're making judgments about your business through your website. And so it's always a great thing to keep it up to date, right? Making sure that it's neat, it's professional, and it's looking good, right? But there are a few cases in which investing into your marketing is not necessarily the next step that you need to take in your business. And this is something that I've learned for myself and for my customers as well, okay? Now, there's three cases in which you don't need to be thinking about your marketing, right? There's other things in your business that need to change or need to be fixed first. So the first case is that you don't have a business yet, right? It sounds silly, but a lot of people, they think about a business idea, they have it in mind. Now, I'll preface this by saying, we're talking about service-based businesses here, okay? If you're an e-commerce brand or you're selling something online, this does not apply to you because, of course, if that is you, you do need a website to run a business, right? But even if that is you, if you want to start an e-commerce brand or like a drop shipping store or something like that, you shouldn't be paying someone else to do it if it's your first store, right? If you have funding, if you have money to invest in someone else doing it, then absolutely fine, go ahead. But if this is your first time doing it, do it yourself, right? Now, back to what I was saying before. If you're a service-based business and you want to start a business, right, you haven't done anything yet, what needs to take place first is for you to craft your offer, okay? See what your unique value proposition is and how you're going to fulfill it. That's what needs to happen first. You need to take action, right? Get some customers right off the bat. If you're in that idea stage of your business, marketing, website, your logo, branding, etc., those are all fluff things. You don't need it at all, okay? What needs to happen is you need to go out, find some customers, find where the need is, and if your business is actually going to be sustainable, right? And if that need is going to continue to grow, okay? Do that first, right? So that's the first use case, right? I talk to a lot of people who they might have even just started their business and they don't have any customers yet, or they're in that stage where they're thinking about starting their business and they get too caught up in the cool side of things when it comes to a business, right? The logos, the branding, the Instagram, right? The everything, right? Those are the fluff things. They at the start of your business, they don't matter too much. And I think what happens is people like to occupy themselves with those things that seem cool about a business. They don't do the boring work, which is doing outreach, right? Finding customers. That's the boring stuff that takes time and it's grueling at the start, but you need to do it, right? You need to craft your offer. You need to figure out, how am I going to fulfill on this service and do great work for my customers? That's what you need to do at the start of your business. But people like to get caught up in the fancy things, the logo, the Instagram, etc., the website, because it's easy. Right? It's easy to do those things and you're not confronting the real work that needs to be done. And so if that's you, get off your I shouldn't say get off your laptop because you might need to use your laptop, but get off of the website builder, get off of Canva or whatever logo builder you're using and start finding customers. That's what you need to do. Now, the second use case is if you've been in business for a really long time and you operate mostly off of word of mouth and referrals and you just don't desire to grow past a certain point. And we talk to a lot of contractors, right? That's kind of one of our main demographics and niches that we work with is contractors and construction companies. And especially right now, there's a huge demand in the industry for their services. And so a lot of them, I would say 95% of them are operating off of word of mouth and referrals, right? If not more than that. And a lot of them, they just don't want to grow or increase their organic reach. And that's totally okay. They might have a few employees that do work for them, and they're cool just maintaining their current level of demand and revenue. And that's totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if anything, it simply means that that's what success looks like for them. They don't want to grow and get more employees, right? Hire on more people, take on more jobs, and grow past 7-8 figures. That's totally okay, right? Again, that's what success looks like for them. And if that's the case, then they've reached it. And so kudos to them, right? But if they're in the position where they operate mostly off of word of mouth and referrals, but they want to grow their company, right? They want to hire on more people, more talent, okay, get higher paying jobs, and have the freedom to pick and choose which jobs they take on as a service-based business, then absolutely, right? Marketing strategy, the website, the organic, the SEO is something that they might want to consider, definitely. Another third use case, and this is what happens most of the time when we get on sales calls with people, is that there's other things in the business that need to be fixed first, right? And I've experienced this with my own business itself, and it mainly comes down to the product, right? If you are a newer business, right? If you've only been in business for a couple years, typically what happens, right? This is most of the time. I'm not going to say it 100% of the time, but typically, right? What needs to be fixed first is your product, right? The fulfillment of your services and maybe even your offer. Because if you don't even have that, then investing in your marketing, your website, etc., is going to give you a terrible return on your investment, whether it's money or time, right? Because if people are not liking your product, if you're not getting your customers great results, whatever your business is and whatever your business model is, people are not going to buy from you, right? It's kind of just like a Band-Aid trying to cover up something that needs surgery, right? You need something else to fix the problem, right? And you might be looking at the wrong problem entirely. Okay, that's a lot of the time what happened. And with myself, what happened before was I would spend all my time doing cold outreach, marketing, etc., even as a web design company, right? You think that it's a good thing to do that. However, what needed to be fixed was my fulfillment for SEO, for web design, and getting my customers great results, because that was lacking in the past. And that's even something to this day that I'm continuing trying to improve, finding ways how we can increase the results that we're getting for our customers. But not only that, the customer experience side of things, right? How enjoyable is it to work with me as a customer? It's always something that I'm looking at and trying to improve. And so if that's you, if you're in the boat where you are thinking about doing SEO, doing marketing, whatever that might look like for you, because you're not getting a lot of customers, you're not getting a lot of referrals, and that's the part of your business that's lacking, then it's probably not the marketing side of things that needs to change, right? It's something else. It's your product. It's how you treat customers, right? So definitely some things to think about. There's a lot of use cases in which you don't need to be investing in your marketing or your website at all. It's simply something else, or it's just not what is required for your business to grow, right? And so I hope this video was illuminating for you. I hope that you were able to identify if you fit into any one of these buckets for yourself. And if you are in the scenario where you're saying to yourself, hey, I actually don't fit into any of these buckets. I'm growing my business continually, but I just want to get more organic leads and I have the money to invest in it, then absolutely this is something that you want to look into, right? Because for those businesses, the ones that come to us where they've built a great brand, they do great work for their customers, and they're continuing to grow based off of their referral base, those are the ones that get the best results off of marketing and SEO, right? Because a lot of the times, just to quickly go into it, what happens with Google and SEO, Google tries to rank your website and your organic positions based on how you are in the real world. It tries to identify that as much as possible. And so for the businesses that do great work, right, that have people that are interested in their services, or I shouldn't say organically, off of referrals and word of mouth, right, those are the ones that do the best with their SEO strategies with organic, right? So again, hope you got some value from this video. If you'd like to work with us, if you are interested, and again, you don't fit into any of these buckets and you actually want to start looking into SEO, marketing, Google Ads, etc., feel free to reach out, flexwebdesign.ca, apply to work with us on the site, and we'll book a free discovery call with you, or you can reach out to us directly at info@flexwebdesign.ca to get a free website audit. Thanks again.